was able to get that to flush in a little bit. When I first installed it, it was really close here, so you can see some of the paint that chipped. I mean, it lines up perfectly right here, and there's some small gaps that's not perfect, but you really can't see it. This side here is not super flush, but it's close enough. The fender is actually aligned perfectly because around the car. Sorry about the background noise. As you can see here, there's a gap here. I can close it up by unscrewing that bolt in there and pushing the fender over. Now right here, as you can see, is not flush with the fender, and the reason for that is the air intake. The air intake, the heat shield is a little bit too high. You're gonna have to modify the air intake. As you can see, it's not completely flush. You can see my finger, a little bit of a gap right here. Now on this side, there's barely a gap. Now the vents are fully open. On this side is completely flush. It's very lightweight. The pros about this hood is that it's lightweight and it looks really good. I'm about to do a ceramic coat on this because this is just the resin shine. This is not like a clear coat. Under the hood, when you open it, you gotta make sure there's no water in here. Right, so it's completely dry, and I just drove out of the rain. Completely dry. Alright, so the hardware comes with some basic 4mm screws and some washers. I'm gonna switch these washers out for some large ones. On this side, you can see that I put my own washer there. These are the kind of small you can. So right here, this bracket that it came with, I didn't like the fact that it came as a separate piece. But at least I can realign it and adjust it. Alright, these little things here, I had to drill holes. I had to make holes for the windshield wiper. So I had to drill some holes here. And you can see here, that's hanging out because I broke that. I tried to take it out from here instead of in the front. So you gotta stick something in here, a pry tool, and go down. So this one here is broken, kind of snapped. I didn't break it too bad, it still goes in, but you have to pry it from the front right here. As you can see, I have like some grease here. That's because I had to modify my air intake. Yep. So this part of the hood is what catches the water. It's right underneath the vents. So on the OEM hood, from right here, it curves. There's a curve in here. So this air intake, the heat shield is designed with a curve right up in here. So basically, this is going to be too high. Since this one is flat, you have to take off some of the top of the heat shield. I took off 1/2 inch here. Look, this filter is getting all banged up with this oil catch can. Yeah, gotta be careful with that. Another thing with this thing, you have these two bumpers here. These bump stops here stops the hood. You have 4 of these. You have one right here. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. I'm gonna twist it. When you twist it, this thing will start coiling down. I'm gonna just do it like that, and then do the other side the same. Okay, so we're gonna twist it, and it starts going down. What I wanted to do is untighten this and untighten this bolt. Take the latch down just a little bit. I put some grease on here. I closed the trunk. I closed the hood. And I wanted to see if it made contact. Alright, some of this paint is coming off here. I'm going to tighten that up. I'm going to reapply some of that stuff on there. I'm going to have to drill this hole a little bit wider in order for this catch to go in. I'm thinking it's the hood latch that I might have to bring down. And if I bring that down, I'm going to have to lower the striker a little bit. But I did notice when driving with this hood on that the IETs are very low. This light, I don't think it's aligned properly because this is the side that got hit. You've seen the video where someone crashed or backed into my car on this side. This light was tilted down. So I think that this light is not even aligned right. This side is more messed up than the other side. Now on the driver's side, it's a little bit more flush. I'm thinking I got to bring down the hood latch. It's the hood latch. Yeah, that latch, well, the striker, the bracket that came with it is a little bit thick. What I was thinking of is getting another bracket that's thinner, put it in the place of this bracket, and it should lower it a little bit more. It's molded to the same specs of the OEM hood. So if you put a bracket on the outside of this hood, that means it's going to be raising it. So let me show you the top of that bracket right there. It's too thick. On the OEM hood, the striker is inside. There's nothing on the outside, just the striker hanging out. So, that being said, I'm going to lower the latch, driving it like this, until I get a day to just go ahead and do that. But overall, this hood is nice. It looks nice. It's lightweight. The vents are functional. If you look in this, as you can see inside that hole right there, you can see it through it. Water does come out of here. I would open this slowly to make sure all the water has been drained out. But that's only if it just stopped raining. If you want something like this, and you want to install it, keep in mind you're going to have to modify this, because this was designed with the stock airbox in mind. So yeah, the stock heat shield thing, that little Chevy logo thing, does not fit on here because it curves. You can cut that little heat shield thing and put it right here over this to protect this hose. Yeah, that's solely up to you. This thing right here, you're gonna have to make small holes. So if you don't want to waste your time drilling holes, just put double-sided tape. So the double-sided tape hose is on pretty good. Alright guys, so that concludes this video because it's really windy and the battery is down. Alright, real quick. Unscrew this, push the fender over, and screw it again.